Okay, I always love when Raw begins with four people talking, and talking, and talking, and talking. Then the general manager making it a triple threat match. So you had Miz, Mysterio, Del Rio, and The Truth. And who gets a shaft out of all of them? The Truth. To be honest, he's been doing pretty decently since he became a heel. This promo that he cut was a little bit long-winded. He did mention John Morrison, who's in the hospital for the next 4 to 6 weeks with a neck injury. That I guess he sustained at the pay-per-view, but then they wrote it off as R-Truth injuring him. Mentioning the three guys could share a bedpan or share the same IV. I don't think that really got the crowd against him as much as he thought that it should. That's just kind of bizarre, and it was a really not great way to begin Raw. It's kind of a downer. Of course, triple threat match between Mysterio and Del Rio, who've had a pretty decent, feud with each other, and tossed in The Miz, who hasn't faced either one of those two. Makes a pretty interesting match. We're also going to see a tag match where it's Kelly Kelly and Eve versus the Bellas. Kelly Kelly, of course, got a surprise victory. To be honest, I really couldn't care less about this match. This match was not going well at all. Just at all. Then Karma came down. Of course, the Bellas hightailed it out of there, and that makes sense. Karma's a very intimidating woman, even for someone like me, and I'm like 6'3". Eve goes to attack her. Big mistake. Karma goes chasing after Kelly Kelly. Kelly Kelly runs like the Roadrunner, just a blur. So then, of course, she lays out Eve. Alright. I threw the build up Karma. Henry showed up to both shows and just destroyed whoever's in the ring. I like it. It's good. It's a great way to build her up. I do, however, want to see her in an actual match, though. Because logically, she'll make all of them look like $1 million. Period. Dolph Ziggler, the new and improved Dolph Ziggler with, darker hair and matching trunks, who looks like a more built version of Cody Rhodes, absolutely destroyed Santina Marella. Okay. I guess let's show the new and improved Dolph Ziggler. I guess maybe he'll eventually get a mid-card title feud. I don't picture him going after John Cena for a while, but I can see a mid-card title feud for him. They continue the Michael Cole, Jerry the King Lawler saga by, of course, bringing up Mother's Day and bringing up that the King's mother passed away recently. And, of course, that Cole is going to retire as an undefeated in-ring competitor. King challenged him to match it over the limit, more or less says, if you win, I'll induct you and give you my Hall of Fame ring. Cole, no, I'm good. Then leads to the inevitable Swagger beatdown. We actually had probably one of the better matches of the entire night. Swagger and Kingston. Great back and forth. I was upset that when we lost Sheamus to SmackDown, but a really good, solid back and forth. King came down enough to distract Swagger for Kingston to get the 1, 2, 3, which then led to King, I guess, beating the crap out of something, actually touching them. He grabbed a hold of Cole's tie and began to repeatedly slam his head on the inside of his coal mine. Send Swagger with all of his beautiful litheness. More let Jerry the King Lawler know that he's been fired because he laid his hand on Michael Cole. King gets on the mic. I touched his tie. I never physically touched him. I touched his tie. So that way they'll have a match at Over the Limit. To be honest, seeing somebody grab a hold of Michael Cole's tie and repeatedly smack him into the side of the coal mine, and that great still shot of his face pushing against the glass, and the tie just being pulled at full strength, that was good. It actually seems like they're actually trying to go somewhere with this. And I was like, alright, okay. maybe when they have their third and final match, maybe that'll be it. Maybe that'll be it. I also mentioned earlier that Miz is kind of upset with Alex Riley, so Riley calls out John Cena. And John Cena whoops the crap out of him. Okay. In the continuation of Nexus versus Kane and the Big Show, which is weird because on SmackDown you have Core versus Kane and Big Show, and on Raw you have New Nexus versus Kane and Big Show. Mason Ryan had a rematch against Kane. This is a fairly solid match. They're doing a decent job building Mason Ryan up as the team's powerhouse. Of course, ends up happening is you end up having Big Show taking out CM Punk on the outside, New Nexus running down, and essentially New Nexus getting destroyed by Big Show and Kane. I like that. That's actually pretty good. They're going to actually build the tag team division by using the stables on both shows. And let's be honest, it's Big Show and Kane. They're two huge people. Then I'm thinking, what about the triple threat main event? Alright. Miz and Mysterio works fairly well. Miz and Del Rio worked well. And Mysterio and Del Rio works well. This was actually a really solid match, playing as triple threat. Easiest thing to do is you do a spot where someone gets laid out, the two of them are in the ring, do a small sequence, one of them gets eliminated, guy from the outside comes back in, does a sequence, and you keep it going, keeps it nice and fresh, guys are nice and relaxed the whole time. And of course, Miz won. So Miz is the number one contender for Cena's belt at Over the Limit. And of course, Cena picks the match that I think he's undefeated in, which is the I Quit match, which would be good. Miz seemed kind of concerned because I don't think John Cena has he tapped out. He might have tapped out, but I don't think he's ever actually uttered the words "I quit." I remember when he took on JBL. He got JBL to say "I quit." I think he got Batista to say "I quit." So Miz has got a tremendous uphill battle for him at Over the Limit. And that was this week's Raw.